Right.
Hey everybody, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's finally Friday. It's
Guys, we got you
time.
here Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah,
Friday.
successful countdown from hump day to Friday.
Friday.
We haven't had a successful weekend countdown. How do you fast track your YouTube channel to monetization? That's what we're answering today as we have our special guests that are with us. We're going to tell you about that later on.
So wait a minute, we're talking about money. You know, we
Yes.
usually do a financial Friday. Today is no different. So, okay, that makes sense.
So, but can I make my favorite announcement?
You can make your favorite announcement, Corey.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by promotional considerations paid for by the following sponsors.
Oh, that's where I bring in the sponsors.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Guys, you know, we have sponsors. We are excited to have sponsors. Here they are. We are ever grateful. Let's make sure that the screen is huge so that everyone can see and hear who our sponsors are. We got our reigning champs, by the way. So there they are.
Supreme sponsors, David and Christine Brooks.
Thank you to David and Christine Brooks.
Again, yes.
New sponsor, Sharon Marie Watson.
Sharon Marie Watson, we thank you for being a sponsor.
Absolutely.
Fancy sponsor, big thank you to LC.
LC on the west side.
You or your company can become a sponsor. Visit blindguyhiswife.com.
That's all you got to do, guys. So, Corey, look, we got to go because today is fire. There are people in the chat. They want to go.
So let's
go. Welcome them
go
to the weekend.
Let's go. Let's start the show.
It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife.
Hey everybody, I'm Corey, the blind guy.
His wife, Laquita Marie.
Together, we're letting you into our life live as we introduce you to fabulous people that we met through our personal and professional journeys. Today is no exception to the rules as we talk about health, business, and wealth, and get you to change the narrative of what you think a normal life might be. Today is no exception to the rules. Like I said, we're here every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
See, I didn't even try to compete, Corey. You don't have to work so hard to say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11:15 a.m.
Eastern Standard Time. Well, like I said, hump day to Friday. We're counting you down, got you to the weekend. Today we have some special guests. Court is in session. If you don't want to hear it, your objection is overruled. Because
wait, Corey, this is not the people's court.
It is the
Calm
people's.
down,
It's not the people's court, but we do have the lead attorneys in the house.
Hey, so do we say good morning?
We're gonna bring them in and say good morning.
Wait, okay, fine. Let's say good morning. Corey said so. Hey there, good morning.
We got you muted there, lead attorney.
What? Wait, I don't hear him.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
hear him?
There he
I'm
is.
sorry.
Oh, now I hear him. I thought it was me. Okay.
No, you're fine. I apologize.
He was in the middle
How
of
are you?
he was in the middle of litigation. He was like saying, "I want the truth." So he had to mute.
You can't handle the truth, right?
Let
Yeah.
me tell you, we just came in to say good morning, and already folks are in the comments. Order. That's Gail Lockett.
Yeah, shout out to Gail. Like, yes, thank you guys so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. I'm excited about this stream today. So thank you.
All right, thank you,
Absolutely.
because we got you here for the word on the street and to do some analytics as the YouTube lead attorney coach here is going to share some insight from his point of view as a YouTube's rising YouTube sensation.
Yeah, now I don't know about sensation. Chicago Rilla talking about the lead attorney struggle streaming.
I'm streaming already. Shout out to
Chicago
Rilla.
Rilla.
Shout out to
Right.
Rilla.
But you know, K Business Podcast was also shouting him out nicely. TLA in the house. He was trying to buy you some time.
Yeah, shout out, Kay.
Now the women in South Africa are saying, "I'm loving the guest smile. It's going to be awesome." Real talk with Ntabi, Corey.
Right, a real talk with Ntabi all the way in South Africa.
Shout
Yes.
out to Real Talk.
So we're going to see you soon. Nan Garvey is saying hello. So we're going to pop you back into the green room, hang out back there, have some coffee, enjoy yourself, and we'll see you soon.
Perfect.
All right.
We also have our featured guest
Oh,
today,
yeah.
and
This is the highlight.
he is the featured guest he's a rising YouTube sensation himself, who's followed a playbook to success. He is none other than the handsome El
Ooh.
Guapo.
How you know he handsome, Corey?
Because that's what El Guapo means in Espanol.
Oh yeah. Hey, good morning.
Good morning. What's good, team? Salute and salutations. Good to see you both. How are you?
I would say it was good to see you too, but I can't.
You know what? It is great having you here. We can't believe we got you here. We know that you're a busy guy. You've got multiple businesses. You are fast tracking YouTube because, like, that's why you're here. Because a lot of us are content creators. So, do you think you're ready for the people today?
Give it to me. I'm ready. I was born ready.
All right, El Guapo, we'll be talking to you shortly. We thank you for joining us today. So we're gonna hang out.
We can't, because he says he was born ready, and Chicago Rilla is the man. He says salute El Guapo. So if he gives you the thumbs up, then I guess
Absolutely. Yeah. Salute to you, Rilla. Let me tell you, he was one of my very first subscribers, has supported me from the very beginning. Brother, I couldn't have done it without you. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know what? We appreciate it.
Yeah, I love that name with Chicago. I don't even like shortening it to Rilla. I got to say the whole Chicago Rilla. That's a name for you right there.
Well, everybody's excited for you. Lakia Hall is here. Black's Tropical Homestead. They're in
Black's
Georgia.
Tropical. We always jumping into the comments.
I know, but they're already saying hello. Like Over the Top WME is saying hello to both of them, and so is Miss B Finesse. She's always on the panel. So hey, we just gotta get in there. But the South Africans are feisty, and Tabi is saying, "Stop it." I like it. Born ready.
All right. All right. Now, this broadcast is member supported by viewers like.
Wait, we didn't even put them backstage yet.
Oh, I thought you'd already clicked the button.
El Guapo.
Chicago Rilla, man.
No, he's getting shout outs. Don't try to get his support. He's talking to the people in the chat. You got to say goodbye to El Guapo.
All right, El Guapo. I did say that. All right, El Guapo. We're gonna put you backstage in the green room.
No, we can't, because Labea is in there saying hello, El Guapo.
Hello, Labea in the house.
Hey, Labea, that's my fiance, guys. That's that 2.4 carat she's rocking in that picture. She's stunting on y'all. Love you, pretty. See you soon.
All right, Labea.
All right, so good to see you. Thanks for being here today. We can't wait.
Now, this broadcast is member supported by viewers like you. Membership, how do you get? First, you get involved on our home team by remembering to bum rush the buttons.
Absolutely, guys. Hit that thumbs up. That's how we know that you appreciate this information, and it lets the algorithm know that other people appreciate it also.
You can also be part of the Blind Guy His Wife home team by going to blindguyhiswife.com. You can learn more about us.
It's scrolling right at the bottom of the screen along with our sponsors. We have sponsors, guys.
You can learn how you can become a sponsor. Or if you don't want to be a sponsor, you can also make a one-time donation. It's like a virtual tip jar or a super chat if you're on YouTube. You just remember to click the green coffee cup. Like Bernie Mac said, she gonna say, "What you doing?" And you gonna say, "You know what I'm doing." Stir it like coffee. Click, 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 click.
So I see you got your green coffee cup today, Corey. But guys, don't do that. Just go to blindguyhiswife.com and scroll right down to this section where you can buy me a coffee to support the production. It tells you the instructions. Click the green coffee cup, and when you click that icon, it opens an emoji so that you can buy 1 coffee, 3 coffee, 5 coffees.
75, or as they said in that movie, 750. Well, 750 coffees.
You know what? You've been blind 25 years, so we have our hashtag 25 for 25 campaign. So I'll put in 25 coffees.
Put in 750.
You can leave your name, say something nice. Of course, all proceeds go to our nonprofit organization, Atumpan Edutainment. That's our parent company for Blind Guy, His Wife. And that it also shows you how you're supporting this production. It also shows who else has supported this production. So thank you to everyone that has done so. We appreciate your support. And hey, let's keep it moving.
Hey, get your merch, get your home team jerseys. You can have your hump day to Friday, all the way live.
Definitely.
Or WTF, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, weekend countdown.
All of those things are right there at blindguyhiswife.com. So when you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see our Blamazon Press and Sew. That company, Press and Sew, is the Black Amazon, is what we call it, Blamazon. So that's where we have our merch housed, our WTF shirt. Click the button. You can definitely find out how to get more of that gear. And we're adding our storytelling line there as well. You can scroll up a little bit, see the schedule. We always have what's happening this week right there, or you can just click on the calendar to see what show is happening, who the sponsors are for this week. We've got all the information, and you can just click the link to go directly to that episode even. So lots of ways to find out what's happening.
Sneak peek at the plant-based treat.
Oh yeah, so this is where we get our sneak peek of today's plant-based treat, so we can jump right in today's episode. Now today, not today, every day, we're getting you to eat more fruits and vegetables at every meal, not just like,
Because your health is your wealth.
your health is your wealth, not just in the morning or at dinner or what have you. We want everybody to be their best self as often as they can. Wait, Corey, what was the plant-based treat? I forgot.
Mighty meatballs.
Let's get a sneak peek.
Mighty meatballs.
We used an assortment of fresh and frozen vegetables. Just pause.
Right.
I don't know why. I don't know what you guys saw, but that didn't even look like it started at the beginning for us.
Well,
so.
that's sneak peek. Doesn't matter where it starts, as long as they get the idea. It's a sneak peek of what they're
Okay.
going to see. So we got it. So let's cannonball into the comments.
First place wins the race. Good morning, family. And that is Glenda saying good morning.
Glenda
Welcome.
Shivers in the house.
Yes. Oh,
all
you know
the way in
what?
Texas.
Oh, she is in Texas. And she said, welcome to El Guapo and TLA. She was in here welcoming them right from the start. So everybody, she's in there for first place so far. I know you guys always compete for first place, but hey, Black's Tropical Homestead is in second place.
Black's Tropical Homestead in the house. The Soil brother and Soil sister got their own farm down there
In Georgia.
in Georgia.
They're saying, good morning, Soil brothers and Soil sisters. Wonderful morning. Blessed, here to support and learn. Excited about today's awesome lineup. Much love and respect for Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Let's grow. And you know what? Over the Top WME says this is going to be amazing value. Thank you so much.
Over the Top AME.
Check out her
WME. I'm
channel.
giving her, making her a church.
No, women.
Yeah, I was making her a church.
Mother,
AME.
entrepreneur,
Right.
not AME like the church.
Right. Over the Top AME. And I did it again.
Go to her
WME.
channel, guys. That's where you'll see lots of content. She's a party organizer, so you'll see business things, and she's a business person. So, from a business mindset, you'll hear about today's trending topics from a business mindset. Look at Gail. Let's get into it. Please kick the thumbs up. Y'all better.
Gail Lockett, moderator supreme. She's the queen, the leader of the Blue Wrench team.
Hey.
Gail Lockett in the house.
Nice. We also have K Business Podcast.
K Biz in the house. Every kiss begins with a K.
Yes, K Business. I'll remember to say that, Corey. Always giving us business tips, how to register your business, how to level up, how to get a gig, a government contract. Head over there and find out. And our web designer from South Africa.
We'll talk with Ntabi. She's a web designer. That's the great thing about being in these YouTube streets these days. You're meeting people and doing business with people, not just next door, but across the pond in other countries. So
yeah. So a lot of we hired her to do our intro video. She did our logo. So she's been amazing. She's an amazing force, and she's on here always teaching us how to grow. She was on here last week. Was it last week when she was telling us how to make money on all the social media platforms?
On the Humans app.
Using the Humans app. If you're already creating content, she's showing you how to use this app to win bids, and she does that. Hey, Private Nobody is in there.
Private Nobody.
I got some new information from Private Nobody, but it's a secret. I can't tell you guys.
Right. Because it's private.
Right. I know, right? Yeah, you know what? Over the Top, he did get a new avatar. David Hunt.
David Hunty Boy in the house all the way up there in Massachusetts. Hunty Boy, check out his channel, Morning Music Meditations. David Hunt is his channel name.
He says he's first for real, for real, for real.
So it is free. It was free for him Friday today. So he could, you guys, if you didn't check him out, you missed it. He dressed up like Prince and sang Purple Rain. Then he switched it over to Morris Day and sang Oak Tree. And no, he didn't. I'm just...
Anyways, head out to David Hunt's channel, guys. He's still growing it, and he's doing amazing things with live streaming. And if you go over there, you automatically become a part of the MLB crew, not Major League Baseball, but making life better for you. So, of course, we've got everybody in there chatting it up. And thank you. We love the sponsors too, Ntabi. Don't worry about your old avatar. We'll get used to this one if you want to keep it, Kay. So, Corey, I say we give... How is Ntabi going to say she loves the intro? I bet she do. She created the intro, guys. So anyways, I say we get into the first giveaway because Chicago Rilla is in here saying Gail is working overtime. We've got the lead attorney coming in to give us some information soon. What will that first hashtag be?
Well, the first hashtag is going to be, well, since he's here, we're going to hashtag TLA.
Okay.
The lead attorney, not the lead attorney. Hashtag TLA, the letters TLA.
Because people do call him TLA for short. Hey there, Alma's Eab. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone watching you all the way from Germany. I hope I said your name right because I think I said something wrong. ALMAZ, because y'all know I can't read. EYOB. Almost Eob.
I'm gonna leave it alone because I don't want to mess that up myself.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's just say that we're so happy to have you here. So, guys, start to put into the comments hashtag TLA.
And this is for first place pony, bragging rights for being in the comments early and chatting. So let's see who gets to have the bragging rights for the first place pony this morning.
Yes. Hey there, Unique View. Always glad to have you here. We're seeing the new
content in the house.
Unique View has a new video. I got to get over there and watch it because Unique View is using Adobe to create these avatars that talk. And it's like watching a cartoon, but it's a real person. But Unique View is intelligent. He's figuring it out.
That's how you know you're old, when you say cartoon. And
I know.
You don't say animation. Everybody says
animation.
It's cartoon, damn it. You know what it is.
Yes. Look at Black's Tropical talking about. Shout out to Rilla. Been in these YouTube streets since Wednesday. I know that's right, Black's Tropical Homestead. Yes, we have been here, guys, always counting you down. If you're just getting here, keep in mind every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey there, Friendsgiving is here.
Friendsgiving in the house. Thank you for joining us, Friendsgiving.
So happy to have you. Always happy to see you. Always so giving in the chat. You always give great info. And thank you for buying us coffees as well. So, Corey, everybody's in there, just chatting it up with each other. But you know who's here saying one love, family. This will be fire.
Barnstorming Productions in the house. Great animator. Works in the film industry, TV commercial industry, all the way out there in Pennsylvania.
Absolutely. So he's in there doing his thing. XDMC, we love you. Make sure you check out his channel. We also have Chicago Rilla. He was shouting out to Over the Top, but we have Black Heights, advancing your career, guys.
Black Heights.
And Black Heights is a real millionaire, not like Millionaire Mindset, but he does live streaming where he tells you how to level up as well, how to get into this career, benefits, contrast, not benefits and contrast,
contracts.
but contracts or contradictions to any career, how to get promoted, all of those things.
He had a fire video about, visibility being so important in the corporate world. When you're trying to climb that corporate ladder, you got to make yourself visible. And so you go check out his channel, you'll see what he's talking about.
And he's a dad, he's a husband.
He's out there playing football with the boys.
I thought he had daughters.
Yeah, I thought he was playing. He said he was playing football with. I'll say the children.
Maybe he has a son in it. Look, we're not going to tell too many lies. All we know is the business part is fire, and he's a millionaire. So if you want to figure out, well, how can I be a millionaire right now? You can. That's what El Guapo's talking about today too. Retiring his kids. So this is going to be so good. Hey, our Nigerian friends are here. Share with Love.
Share with Love TV. All right.
Head over there, guys. You'll love her channel. Always cooking, taking care of the kids, working hard. They just sent an 18-wheeler full of stuff to to Togo. So check it out. She's good. Wait, what does this say?
I thought it was Legos. It was Togo?
No, it was Togo.
Togo. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, she's Nigerian, but right. She's from Togo.
Gotcha.
Hola a todos. Watching you all the way from Colombia. Labea says, hello all.
Hey,
hello,
Labea.
I think that's what hola a todos means. I'm making up stuff. Miss B Finesse is here. Somebody said hi to her, but I missed her. Her comment.
So, while we're getting people to load in and their hashtag TLA,
yes,
let's go ahead and bring TLA in because we got to get our word on the street going.
Okay, just to let you know, we got a compliment from Chicago Rilla who says this is very dope. Great play on each other's energy. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chicago Rilla. I'm not gonna call you Rilla. I'm gonna always call you Chicago Rilla. That's like you like my hero of YouTube names right now, Chicago Rilla. So
yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Stewart is in here.
Mr. Stewart.
I saw him live this morning on JP's channel, and then he gonna tell her, make me a moderator, please. She made him a moderator.
All right, go ahead. He wants to flex that blue wrench on somebody.
Yes. So thanks so much. Love. Black Height says, love this. You both are so smooth. I think he meant me, but thank you so much.
He meant sweet that chocolate thunder over here is so smooth.
Anyway, let's get into it, Corey. My Vivid Life is in here, and we can
my vivid life. Show look good tonight. I don't know because I'm blind.
You know what? Philip Waldo Jr. says, grand day all.
PWJ in the house.
If you haven't been over to My Vivid Life, go to her channel. That's why Corey is singing that song. So if you want to understand the lyrics, go there.
Put on her black dress.
Hey, look at
And her
them.
high
We grow what
heels.
we eat. Yes, Black's tropical. So Corey, okay, Phil always greets our guests, so he's in there doing that. Lakia Hall says, "I love how you all have everything laid out and so organized. I appreciate that."
Thank you, Lakia.
Yeah, but Patrice is in here too,
Patrice dropped some knowledge on us on Wednesday about
and she cammed up.
how to boost your immune system. It was an awesome way to talk about how you can protect yourself with this C19 Delta brand running around these streets these days.
And from what she's saying, this is just a lifestyle. This is what you can do every day to stay your best self. Exercise and eat right and all those good things. Trash Can Folks says, "Morning, church folk."
Trash Can Folks.
Trash Can Waves. What'd I say?
You said Trash Can Folks said good morning, folks.
Look, I'm gonna stop reading. I told you I couldn't read earlier. So let's
Reading
just
and fundamental.
yeah, let's just go for it, Corey.
And now it's time for today's word on the street with the lead attorney.
Hello.
How y'all doing again?
Hey, lead attorney, what's going on, my man?
This is such a great show. Again, I really appreciate you guys having me on.
We thank you for taking the time out to be part of this show.
Likewise. Yeah, we are happy to be here. There's Friendsgiving saying good morning, friends.
Friendsgiving. She's
Yes.
so awesome.
I know she's
So
one of your
awesome.
favorites. So I said, let me pull that up.
Thank you so much. Yeah, she contributed 2 scholarships to my Patreon that I'm going to be announcing hopefully sometime next week. I'm doing a big YouTube elementary video with Preach from Abbott and Preach. And so I'm going to try to use the game mechanism that you guys have found on here. I'm scared to do it live, so I need to practice it, but it's so awesome. That would be a great way to kind of raffle that off, one of those off.
Look, it's a good one. And you know what? We want to hear. Now, let me tell you something. Terry's Journey is here. She says, "Hello, everyone, praying all is well." She could really benefit from what you're going to tell us about because she's a new YouTuber and she's like, "Man, I need help." I've seen her in different tech chats where she's trying to follow people. Well, not trying, she's following people to figure out, how do I do this YouTube thing? But a big part about this YouTube thing is, well, what happens if we mess up? How do we mess up? Is there such a thing as messing up? Like JP, the aspiring matriarch, she's in the background listening. So she's got her ears open, right?
Lisa JP, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we want to know, what is the word on the street today?
Yes, the word on the street today is copyright strikes. Copyright strikes. What is a copyright strike? Well, if you are a YouTuber, you're a YouTuber and you produce any type of content, let's say you produce a video, that is your video and you have a claim to that video. So you are the copyright holder to that video. And if someone takes your video without permission and puts it on their channel and they don't transform it, they don't modify it, they just put it on their channel, you can issue, excuse me, what's called a copyright strike. So to kind of make this clear, I did a live stream a couple of days ago. And once I got off the live stream, people started emailing me links. And when I clicked on one of the links, it was my entire live stream that someone else had put on their channel. And they had about 400 people watching the stream that I had just came from. And they were getting super chats and everything, but it was just a recording of my stream. So I thought that was super interesting. Now, in that situation, I could have issued a copyright strike. What would that have done? That would have forced YouTube to remove that stream from their channel, right? And they could not monetize that stream at all. Now, if you do stream and a copyright strike gets issued against you, it's pretty devastating because YouTube will ban you from streaming for 90 days. So
YouTube jail.
Yes, exactly right. So a lot of people earn their money through doing these live streams. So if you can't live stream for 3 months out of the year, that's going to be a terrible consequence. And some people try to get around this by having backup channels and things like that. But copyright strikes are very detrimental. If you get 3 copyright strikes, YouTube can terminate your entire channel. And there's really nothing you can do about it. So YouTube takes these strikes very seriously. Now, if you get 1 strike, they send you to copyright strike school. So there's actual school to let you know, hey, this is a serious game.
So they do
that
send you
we're playing.
information.
Yeah, they make you go through they call it a school, right? But it's just kind of like a course. Excuse me. It's kind of like a course to make sure that you understand what's going on. Now, copyright strikes will expire after 90 days, right? So if you get a strike, you don't have to worry that it's going to be on your record forever. After 90 days, it's going to expire. But if you get a second copyright strike within that 90 days, then the 90 days resets. So then you're on the clock again. So, just to wrap it up, these copyright strikes are very serious. And if someone steals your content, you can absolutely issue a copyright strike, but the shoe can be on the other foot as well. So you need to be very careful when you use someone else's footage that you have the required permissions, or that it falls under fair use, because you do not want a copyright strike on your channel.
And that goes for music, photographs, any type of copyrighted material. You have to give credit to whom credit is due and get permission. And is there a certain way to display that permission, or something you have to do on the back end?
Well, wait, I had a question, Corey, because you're asking him that, but Phil is saying he's not calling no grown man chocolate because you're chocolate thunder. So let's.
I didn't ask you to, Phil. I didn't ask you to. That's for the ladies. That's for the ladies.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, go ahead with your question, Corey.
The question was, is there a way how do you let YouTube know you have permission to use this material?
Yeah, well, really what you want to do is obtain written communication from the copyright holder that you have permission. So if I wanted to use one of your videos, Corey, I would just email you and I would say, hey, Corey, you guys did a live stream on April 2nd of this year. Can I use that footage? And then you would email me back and you would say, yes, you have permission to use the footage. And that's all I have to do, because if you then issue a copyright strike against me, I can send your email to YouTube and they will remove that copyright strike. So you don't necessarily need to display it as long as you have it. Now, some people do display it in the description box. They give credit to the copyright holder. They give credit to the content creator, and you can absolutely do that. A lot of people do that instead of getting the permission. They think it's kind of an end around, and it's not. But people do give credit to the copyright holder sometimes in the description box. But the best way is just to receive written permission from the creator of that content. And then if there's ever a problem, you can just pull it up and send it to YouTube.
This information is not meant to be substituted for legal advice. He is an attorney, but he is not your attorney. He is the lead attorney.
Lead attorney. Thank you so much.
Everybody's putting in hashtag TLA, but Lakia Hall is saying, TLA, will you use your new intro? You got a new intro coming out?
I don't have a new intro. I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, I didn't know, because
if your spouse is acting up, get the lead attorney. He won't let you get jacked up. He's the lead attorney.
That should be my intro, right?
All right, just checking, because my Vivid Life is happy to see you over here. And just so that XDMC is like, lead attorney, you look like that new money, so I'm listening.
XDMC, the clown prince of the comments. Now, since we've got him in here, we might as well go ahead and get on with our first place pony drawing. So hopefully everybody's putting in hashtag TLA.
Yeah, they have. You know what? We've got everybody in here. Before the Billions is in here
Before
saying
Before the Billions.
Yeah, man, we've been telling this story this week. We were on a live stream before the Billions was holding, and Vaughn Bryant was in there listening. And Vaughn Bryant was his son was Vaughn Bryant's 16-year-old son was there listening to Before the Billions talk about
how to secure a job through the interview skills and things of that nature.
And the next day he went in there and bagged the job. Like, he came home with the job. He got it,
And
that is awesome.
The advice is simple. The advice was simple. Before the Billions told him, you just lean across the table and say, if I do not get this job, we're gonna have a problem, my brother. And it worked. Before the Billions didn't do that. So yeah.
So we thank you for that information on the copyright strike, because My Vivid Life says she hasn't gotten a copyright strike yet. So basically, with you bringing this word on the street about the copyright strike, it really lets us know what to do, what to expect, and all of those things. Because a lot of folks in here, they're creators. Black's Tropical says that they stopped using music. They couldn't figure out the music, so they just talk. and they need all the help they can get. So you're really helping people with this information. Criminality online might need your help later. You know, criminality. You're a lawyer.
Criminality. I love that.
Anyways, let's get into it. You were going to say something now. Devil's Bane is here saying hello, but you look like you were going to say something, Lead.
Oh, I'm just riding the wave, guys. I'm just loving being here. But yeah, shout out to the Devil's Bane. I haven't seen him in forever. I thought he kind of fell off the face of the earth. So I'm glad to see he's doing well over here.
He's been working. You know what? You have us all working. You've been telling so many channels about each other. Say like Inspirational Connection TV. She's another person that's streaming and she's learning. So you're helping everybody out here, including She Stole My Thunder, saying good morning to everybody. If you have not, because good morning to everyone. What did I miss? Is what she's saying. Is what She Stole My Thunder is saying.
Hashtag TLA for the first place pony drawing. Get your bragging rights for being in the comments.
That's exactly what we're doing right now. Putting it in so that we can see who gets bragging rights for the first place pony.
So this is the way it's going to work. I'm going to give you a countdown, 3, 2, 1 TLA. And then you're going to say one of the most famous lawyer lines ever to be said. You can't handle the truth.
Hold on. Wait, Corey. Should we answer this question? How do channels like MRT get around this copyright strike? Because someone else asked another question. Also, Dario Duplin is saying, what's going on to you, TLA? But I think you might have addressed that about how using other people's content. So I think you answered that. Did you want to add anything else?
I mean, it's such a great question that Lakai is asking, because if you have a channel that's dedicated to doing reaction videos, you are going to have some exposure to this. And I remember MTR did a video. This was months and months ago, and it opened my eyes because he showed his back end. He showed the videos that he had gotten demonetized. So many of his videos have copyright claims. Now, a copyright claim is different than a copyright strike. I don't really want to get into that too much. A copyright claim is like a small version of a copyright strike, where they can take your ad revenue or they can pull your video down. They don't really have such negative consequences as a copyright strike. But if you are doing videos that concern reacting to other people's content, you are absolutely at risk of getting either a claim or a strike for each and every one of your videos. And me being a newer YouTube content creator, way back then, when I saw MTR's when he showed all of the videos that he had gotten that were demonetized, I was shocked because I didn't know that was a thing. So many of his videos got demonetized because there was some type of copyright claim, not a strike, but a claim.
Now, you said that because I pulled this up. I have several copyright claims, no strikes. That's what JP, the aspiring matriarch, is saying.
Yes, it's very easy to get claims, and they don't have the negative effects. You can get a lot of claims, right? It just means that you're going to lose the money. Possibly, you can get a claim, but the claim holder can allow you to have the money, or they can just sit back and wait and see if your video goes viral. And if it goes viral, then they can put a claim on it. They can put their ads on it, and they can get your ad revenue. So yeah, the copyright claims is serious. Now, I've never gotten a strike or a claim, but that's kind of like My Vivid Life said. But that's because My Vivid Life and we don't really do reaction videos like that. But if you have a channel dedicated to doing reaction videos, you are going to be well acquainted with the copyright claim. There's just no way around it. YouTube has this algorithm called Content ID, and this particular algorithm, the only purpose is to seek out content that has been re-uploaded or used by other content creators, and they will flag it and they will notify those original content creators. And that algorithm is good. It's really good. It's going to catch you. So you're going to be well acquainted with copyright claims if you have a channel that's dedicated to reviewing any videos, reviewing music, reviewing any type of content that you yourself didn't make.
Because, you know, David Hunt did ask that question about doing covers. You know, David Hunt's whole channel, he is a pianist, he's a musician and a vocalist, and he does Freeform Friday where you call in and he sings or plays what you ask. Otherwise, he stays away from those throughout the week. So that's where he was asking those questions, you know.
Yes, a lot of content creators who are just like him. In fact, there's a lot of, let's say a pianist who's a musician, but she gives lessons, right, via the internet and via YouTube, and she showed you how to play different songs. She was huge. It was one in particular, I forget her name, but she recently quit YouTube because she would play something like from Beethoven, something that's, you know, in the 16th, 17th century, music that is already in the public domain, music that cannot be copywritten. And she was getting copyright claims and copyright strikes by playing Beethoven and Bach and all these other things. So it's very, very difficult for people who play even their own music sometimes to avoid this. Yeah, so that's a very hard way to make a living on YouTube if you are going to be a musician. A lot of musicians in the past 2 years are leaving YouTube because they're getting claims and strikes from everywhere.
Right.
So remember, guys, this is not legal advice. He is an attorney, but he is not your attorney. He is the lead attorney.
Right.
So you ready to do the first place pony drawing?
I am ready because, they are
giveaway tool ready.
I've got the giveaway tool ready, guys. If you did not already put hashtag TLA, put hashtag TLA into the chat. Put it in again if you need to. Everybody's giving us info, Corey. Old school Patricia is in here saying YouTube gives you an option to edit out the portion of the copyright claims. Coffee Talk and Twerk. Twerk. Yeah, we call him Coffee Talk and Twerk, just so you know, Lead. He just found his real name, guys, is Coffee Talk and Tech. It's a tech channel that helps us out. But he says just fought a claim and won, thank God.
Awesome.
So yeah, so you can fight him, you can win. And Aquamira is in the house, Corey.
Cool Joe from Kokomo.
Yes. So Lakaya, I apologize about the missaying of your name. Thank you, Lead, for saying that, but she's got it in there again. Before the billions, Dario, everybody's putting it in.
All right.
So I think we're ready to go for it.
So TLA, when I count you down from 3, 2, 1, you say your most famous lawyer line.
And make sure you did not put it in there because the trash can wave says, tell the lead attorney he can't play.
Oh, too late. You know, I'm an attorney. I don't have a soul. I already got 3 of my entries in there. I didn't even know. I go for the gusto.
Well, Hermes Addict, make sure you put hashtag in front of TLA. Put it in again real quick. We're going to do the giveaway now to see who gets first place bragging rights. Guys, every time we come in here, people race to see who can be first. Now, today, the first place pony was, who was it, Corey? Was it Glender? Yeah, Glender was in there.
She was the actual first place.
She was the real first place. But, this is you guys' time to to get in there. Coffee Talking Twerk says, hi, guys, don't judge because I can't twerk. All right, so let's go for it, Corey, because we've got the lead attorney. He joined the competition. He gave us the word on the street, but Blessed One is in here. Awesome. So
here we go.
Wait a minute. What are you going to say?
I'm going to say lights, camera, action. And he's going to say, you can't handle the truth. No, I want the truth.
I want the truth.
Yeah.
Because that's what they say on his intro, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I say that I want the truth.
Yes, you say I say lights, camera, action. You say I want the truth. All right, here we go. Lights, camera, action.
I want the truth.
All right, let's see who it is. JP, she stole my thunder. Okay, the lead attorney, LEJ. Lead attorney before the billions. Miss B Finesse, over the top, before the billions. Phil, Urban Garden, my vivid. She stole my thunder. Over the top, Lakaya, Patrice, over the top. My vivid life. What? This is
the little black dress slid into the back door.
Wait a minute.
Pause.
Hold up. How did she get in there and just take it over? Guys, this is fierce because people want, and look at my vivid life. She's talking about they got TLA doing acting scenes now. Look, Blessed One is saying congrats to her. We already know what David Hunt is going to say. Sorry, Kay. I know. Sorry, Kay. I know you wanted to win. K business. K business. My Vivid Life says, yay, I've never won. TLA gave me good luck. Hey.
All right, the lucky attorney.
Yes. Oh, guys, look at who's in here. Superman kicking ass. Guys, let me tell you, these people out here, they're in the YouTube streets, and then you look up and
they call him Ska.
Yeah, then they do some wonderful things. Yes. Like, Divine Release. I've got a tea blend here. I've got soap here. Thanks to Superman kicking ass. So I appreciate it, guys. I
didn't know he made soap. Superman kicking funk. All right. So Lee, we're gonna put you back in the green room again so you can enjoy some coffee time, and we're gonna kick off this featured interview with our friend that's waiting in the background.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
this has been great. Thank you so much for bringing
And-
it. And
and
we'll
he-
see you soon.
Yeah,
Okay?
he's coming back, guys. Don't worry. TLA is coming back to do some analysis of our featured guest and how he gave him that playbook for success.
All right. So, and Nancy Annette is in here, Corey, saying greetings. We also have Love and Nitrile saying hello, clapping it up. Everybody is congratulating My Vivid Life. And also Coffee Talking Tech was talking to old school Patricia saying he did not delete. He kept it in, like the part of his the part of his stream that was copywritten.
Mhm.
They were incorrect and he gave them the proof. So guys, when Lead was giving us that information about the copyright strike, hey, we're all working together to help each other. Lord, see, people saying, congratulations, Vivid. Thank you, Aquamira. Yeah, congratulations, My Vivid Life. That's Ellie J. Now look at Snuggles. It's a setup and a mean face. Sorry, Snuggles. Look, we trying. You know, some people in here are happy, but you and David Hunt, we can count on at least a few people to say
Be
it's
disgruntled.
right.
Hey, if you don't like the results, take it up with our lawyer, the lead attorney.
Right. And also look at David Hunt. See, he's just putting it in there. Make sure, guys, you always hit the word live. If you're on the computer, if you're on your phone, touch the screen, click the word live, because sometimes it buffers and you will get behind like 1 or 2 seconds, and you don't want that. All right.
All
So
right, everybody, let's get started. We're going to move into introduction of a very special person.
I can't wait. This guy, he flies plane. Oh no. Okay, I can't tell it all. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Corey. Oh, blessed one. We appreciate you too.
Our featured guest is a very, very special person, a man of many talents. He has actually fast-tracked his YouTube channel thanks for being what he calls a huddle player, where he gets the playbook and follows it and runs the play to the letter. This gentleman is a fly guy in his own right.
Hey, we got L.A. Stewart, the old man on the block in there, Corey.
He was
not Mr. Stewart, L.A. Stewart.
All right. He's a former Air Force pilot. He is a businessman, and he is now a rising YouTube sensation.
Philip, you did not win.
He is El Guapo, the handsome is what it means. He is so fly. He is so fly that the Air Force just might commission a jet plane and name it after him. This man is so fly that he's been an international player from the Himalayas until he met LaBea.
Hey.
Now he's a homestayer. This guy is the man of all men. He is none other than today's featured guest. He is the fly guy himself. He is the handsome. He is El Guapo.
Hey, wow.
Hey.
I'm blushing underneath all this brown right here.
So happy to have you here, man. And look, Coffee Talking Tech says, Corey, you're a fly guy too.
Thank you. But I don't fly planes. They wouldn't let me do that without my vision. They said I couldn't do that.
And why is everybody Snuggles and Trash Can Wave says, well, how fly is he? But you do fly, like you fly airplanes. You fly. Do you fly helicopters? There's a difference.
No, I don't fly anymore.
Okay.
That was a different life back when I was in the military. I never flew rotary wing, which is helicopters. I did fly static wing. I did fly a couple of different airframes in the Air Force. Yes.
Got it. Well, you know, thank you for that information, that clarification. Everybody's excited to have you here. Blessed One says great intro and hey to the guest. But we got Before the Billions saying salute to El Guapo. Miss B Finesse saying player from the Himalayas until he met LaBea. Hey, they are loving you. And of course, we've got our winner. You know, My Vivid Life is in there chatting it up with everybody, saying the lead attorney has a younger version now. Hey, the Steel Curtain is even in here saying
Steel Curtain house. And
he's saying that I think he's talking about you. Your subscriber count is increasing. You're on your way to the moon. Urban Girl Gardening just got monetized herself. That's what you are.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that's what we've got you here for, to tell us, like, a lot of folks in here, they are content creators. Black's Tropical Homestead is saying, love that wonderful radio voice. It's so unique. And Corey,
there is a story behind that. Can I tell it, El Guapo?
Give it to him. Go ahead.
Okay. So we met El Guapo in these YouTube streets, starting over there on the lead attorney's channel. by his name, El Guapo. I said, okay, it's a Latin brother. Okay, cool. Well, then El Guapo gets on the screen and starts talking, and I said, Laquita, I said, is he Spanish or black or white? And she said, he's a black dude. And I was like, ah! That crystal clear voice came through. I was like, what? My head just cracked. So that's what you get for that's what I get for doing vocal stereotypes on people.
I know. And you know
There
what?
you go.
Snuggles was in there asking, did you fly jets or turboprop?
Mainly turboprop. So I got my start flying at the Air Force Academy where I went to college, and we have what's known as the soaring program there. So before you add propulsion, you have to learn the different dynamics of lift and flight. So you fly gliders. I was an instructor pilot there teaching young cadets how to actually learn the principles of flight. So we flew TG-7s. I've done turboprops. I've done a couple of flights in F-16s, done 9Gs, had some fun. So a little bit of everything.
Wow. So let's jump right in and say,
yeah, because I was going to say we're getting ahead of ourselves. I know, because Blessed One is saying thanks for your service. I did want to get that in there from what you've already told us, but I know we've got to back up and just say, you know, how are you doing? Who are you? And all of that, because everybody already knows you. Chicago Rilla is like that Brittany Renner piece was dope. We've got Consistent Ash in here. She's another content creator. So everybody wants to get to your content, but I guess we also first need to hear like,
who is El Guapo if they don't know you?
Right. What would you tell us?
So it sounds like an arrogant thing. I actually have a good buddy of mine, business partner down in Brazil. He was like, why did you pick that stage name? He's like, you sound so arrogant. So here's the truth. My fiance, Labea, is Colombian. Okay. And since like day one, we've been together for just over a year. She's always called me Guapo, you know. In fact, in the entirety of our relationship, I don't think I've heard her say my government name 10 times. It's always Guapo. So I'm an older dude. I'm 43. And one of my favorite movies as a kid was the Three Amigos with Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short. And the bad guy in that movie was El Guapo. In fact, Easter egg in the studio I'm in, this is El Guapo right here, okay, from the movie. So I just kind of adopted the moniker, you know, shout out to Labea and everything like that. But I'm a kid from Baltimore. You know, I've seen a lot.
You're a kid from Baltimore. You're not straight from Mexico, drug kingpin, of course, like what Trash Can Wave said.
Negative. I'm definitely more wire than Narcos. So yeah, I'm a guy from Baltimore that has been blessed to travel and see the world, to have a career, you know, in the military, which is government. I've done corporate America. I've done traditional business ownership, and now I'm into wealth building. So yeah.
So you're like I said, a former pilot. You're a businessman working in the corporate world, and now you're into wealth building. You're doing that in a creative way, using becoming a content creator. And as part of that, your channel is called Beautiful Lies, and that explains some of the aspects of wealth building, and also explain the story is going to explain the reason behind the channel. So what is Beautiful Lies?
Great question. So honestly, I have 3 daughters, and I started this channel out to make a video record for my girls. So my oldest daughter is 12. And if anything were to ever happen to me, there's some lessons I wanted them to have. Okay. So I wanted to have it for them into perpetuity. I live in East Baltimore right now, Philip, just so you know.
Phil lived in Maryland for quite a few years, and he's in the DMV area and remembers the first Fridays and the good life. So that's why he's asking. Yeah.
Hammerjacks. Yeah. Okay. So I started out with that, and it just kind of morphed as the manosphere started to grow and stuff. I felt like I had a unique perspective and something to add to the conversation. So at the beginning of April, I threw a video out about first impressions matter. And what happens is we get inundated with the media, and we start telling ourselves these stories that aren't necessarily the truth. You hear about the red pill experience. It doesn't just pertain to the male female interactions. It pertains to business. It pertains to health and the food you eat, which you guys talk about. It pertains everywhere, and you sometimes need to have your eyes opened. And I just got tired of people believing the hype. And in
Right.
as intelligent of a way as I could, I wanted to start exposing some of the beautiful lies, as Dr. Dre would say, the soul food for your ears. It may sound good, but is it really good for you? So that's why I'm here.
All right.
So then, Beautiful Lies, we're saying that's your YouTube channel. This is where you are. I'm going to make sure I drop into the chat your YouTube channel, because this way, I don't think I have to, because I just pulled up on the screen where Gail, for you all that don't know Gail Lockett, Gail is the one that we've got, our moderators that we love. Phil, he greets everybody. David Hunt drops links, and they keep our chat going and keep everybody in check. And Gail, well, she'll flex the wrench too, but she's always dropping the links, right?
She
She will
is.
make sure that she drops the links. So I know your channel here, Beautiful Lies. Let me just make this particular video a little bit bigger. This one recently, it got 28,000 views, and I
Yeah.
know that, a lot of people are trying to figure out, how do I do a channel? And what they have to realize is, okay, I'm just going to scroll back a little bit. You start yours, you've got your intro dialogue, and then you have your intro set, and then you get into the topic. This one particular video here, 28,000 views. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So how is this? I was like, wait a minute, how is he over there? His video looks like he looks right now. You got me confused for a minute there.
Now, part of your climb to success, whether it was in the business world, the corporate world, the military, all those things that you've experienced. I know you said a lot, you learned a lot about being a leader in those different settings, but you said you really didn't come into your own as far as understanding wealth until you got the right mentor. So we're going to talk
Exactly.
about mentorship for wealth and how that all came about for you within an 8-month period.
Yeah. So to be honest with you, it was something that I had been a six-figure earner in my early 30s, with my corporate career. I had gone through a layoff, which, you live a bit of life, you're going to lose an income one way or the other like that. And I got into business ownership, and I made a ton of money, but I had no freedom of my time. So I felt like my life was even more constrained. So I had a conversation with a family member of mine, my cousin Kay, and this brother is the most successful Guapo in the family. Okay. And I was like, cuz, like, what am I doing wrong? It feels like I should be, enjoying life more and moving more towards the finish line. But all I can see is another 35 or 40 years of doing the same thing. And he said, I felt the same way. I talk about feel, felt, found. So he actually sold me on this. That's a sales tactic. He was like,
wait a minute. When you did that video and you were breaking down feel, felt, found
yeah.
with the fresh and fit, you were killing it, because your perspective was it was really fresh, like pun intended. You know what I mean?
I love
And
it.
it fit.
It did fit. Yeah. Y'all are too much. You make me realize that my production is garbage. I got to step my game up, man. Wow.
Look, you're on top of it. And not only that, but you got to finish telling us about the what your mentor gave you. But we got to back up a little bit, because lead attorney brought this in, and Chicago Rilla is asking, how did you get away with that Jay-Z intro without catching a strike? So you can finish Feel Fresh and Found, and then you can, what your mentor
Not feel
gave
fresh
you.
and found.
Oh, what was
Feel,
it?
felt, found. Yeah, but let me Chicago Rilla, and let me put some respect on your name.
Yes.
Chicago Rilla. Thank you, Corey, for putting me in my place. I don't know how. So I pulled a clip of a random cover of it. If you listen to that in the original Jay-Z song, that one is a slower, you know what I mean? And Jesus was looking out. I don't know. So
it's called, some people call it chop and screw, where you speed up the vocals or slow down the sound, or vice versa. You slow down the sound and you speed up the vocals, and that kind of bends it enough that it's not, the original, and you can get away with a few bars that I've heard. Again, this is not legal advice. I am not an attorney. I'm not even the lead attorney. So don't listen to me, but I'm just telling you what I heard in these YouTube streets.
Right. So yeah, that's how I kind of got away with it. But getting back to the story of mentorship, cousin Kay was telling me, hey, I felt this way before. I understand how you feel. I felt this way before. This is what I found. And come to find out, he had been being mentored in business and wealth generation for like a couple of years. by one of the top entrepreneurs on the East Coast. And we're cool. I mean, he's like my big brother. We play golf and all this stuff. But there's a saying that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So I had to go and seek the knowledge. And the second I was ready to seek it, Cousin K put me in contact with his mentor. Cousin K started mentoring me personally. And it changed my life. Everything I thought I had figured out got turned on its head. And I saw, you know, a different way of making money and creating generational wealth versus just working for a dollar, trading my hours for dollars. So I would say this, the best part, and I know we're segueing into the mentorship thing, is that when you have a mentor, we talk about a playbook. I like to call it a syllabus for success. They look at the whole person. They try to develop the whole person. It's very different than a coach. Okay. So they actually get to know you. And we have a saying that, you know, a friend is going to love you the way that you are. A mentor is going to love you too much to leave you where you are.
Wow.
And so, yeah. And I see that.
You are all my mentors. Listen to him.
There you go, Billions. There you go.
Yeah. No, Von Bryant, you're just in time. We're in the thick of things right now, talking to
El Guapo.
Yeah, El Guapo of Beautiful Lies. And, you know, he's just giving us game. Coffee Talk and Tech was even adding to what you're saying, because of course he's got a tech channel, and he was saying, you know, like music covers, they won't always strike. Dario Duplin is saying you can't get away you can get away with it just as long as the song is slightly modified, like you were saying.
Yeah, chop and screw. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the DJs do. And also She Stole My Thunder was adding that sometimes it's the length of the clip that allows you to avoid copyright strikes. So, you know, hey, Chicago Rilla brought it back in, and you answered some of those questions about the copyright strike. So thank you, everybody, for adding to it. And Friendsgiving is just bigging you up, saying deep, you know.
Thank you, Friendsgiving. Thank you.
Now, El Guapo, I know you're talking about generational wealth, building generational wealth, and that's part of the reason why you got into the content creating, not just generating the generational wealth with money, but also information for your 3 daughters. And I get it, because the world is full of beautiful lies. I have 3 girls myself, and we take long walks sometimes, and I'm constantly debunking the beautiful lies that they're exposed to in the media. So with your YouTube journey, you know, you started out, you know, and with this intent of leaving behind a video legacy for your daughters to hear some words of wisdom. But then you met somebody. And when you met this somebody, they gave you, we're going to change it from playbook to, they gave you a syllabus for success. And they became another mentor in your circle. And so
I pulled up the Fresh and Fit, sir.
Fiasco.
I pulled up the Fresh and Fit fiasco that he was covering, Corey. That one that I think that's the one they were speaking of. And you know what? Speaking of which, I want to make sure I put the ticker. I apologize, because all of your handles on YouTube and Instagram, I know that you're getting followers and you haven't even populated Instagram yet. But
yeah, I see.
But yeah, so I know, Corey, you're saying, you know, let's bring up, and just so they know, Corey, we're bringing up the lead attorney to talk more about that mentorship right along with you. Is there anything, do you want followers on this Instagram channel? Because I'm going to drop this link so they can follow you. All right.
Yeah, I'll get on it. I need to come home and run that Instagram.
Hey,
so,
El Guapo.
Yes.
Nobody tells my wife to drop it but me.
Oh, I apologize. Much respect, sir. I digress. Please forgive me.
You stepped into that with both feet. Yeah, that's cool. So tell us about your fast track to success with YouTube, and we'll bring in the lead attorney in a moment to help analyze the situation.
Okay.
Sure. So I'm a firm believer that success principles translate. Okay. So what you can learn to be successful in one thing normally translates to other things as well. So one of the biggest success principles I am familiar with is try, fail, and adjust. Try, fail, and adjust. The only way that you're never going to get anywhere is if you don't take the shot. So I just had to make a video, and I had to go ahead and put it out there and let it sink or swim, but learn every step of the way and adjust my course. One of the principles of flight is you make small adjustments. You don't jerk the throttle one way or jerk the stick another way. You know, that's how you throw your aircraft into a flat spin and you could crash. Okay. So small adjustments, even in your trajectory, will get you to the point that you need to go. So I tried to be as consistent as possible. And I'll tell you guys the story. I was actually in a meeting, a virtual meeting, and I had already become a fan of the lead attorney. I was following him, and he was talking about international dating. And I was like, geez, I've got a Colombian fiance sitting right here. I should call in. So I had Labea take notes in my meeting for me because I wasn't on camera. I threw on a shirt. I grabbed my camera phone. I have a little selfie stick with the tripod. I found a nice spot in my my house that looked presentable. And I called in and he let me up. And we had a great conversation. And he invited me on to do a solo interview. And I really prepared as much as I could for it. And that was it. And he's been mentoring me ever since. And I'll tell you, I said this about I say this about Gail, but the primary influence in me actually doing this YouTube thing is, and he probably doesn't call himself my mentor, but you're my mentor, whether you like it, TLA. So yeah.
So wait a minute. Wait, let's just clarify. Try and fail. JP's the aspiring matriarch said, did he just say cry and fail?
Try.
Tango,
know, right?
Romeo, Yankee. Try, fail, adjust.
She's like, that's my new channel name. I'm gonna do that. Cry and fail.
Cry, fail, and adjust. No.
Now you
try.
said that
Try.
Part of your success is being coachable. And why are you so coachable? It ties back to your pilot experience.
Yeah. So if you're not coachable when you're learning to fly, you can die. Real simple. I started flying. Number one, I saw a couple of movies as a kid, Iron Eagle, Top Gun, that made me want to be a fighter pilot. But I innately had a fear of flying. So if you're ever scared of turbulence or anything like that, one of the best things you can do is go take a flying lesson and actually feel the controls. You know, you notice how people in the back of the car tend to get car sick, but if you're in the front seat or driving, you don't. Right. It's the same principle. All right. So from a very early adult age, being in the military, mistakes can cause somebody's life, especially being in leadership young. So yeah, I'm highly coachable. I'm a huddle play person. Tell me what the play is, coach. I'm going to run it, come back and get feedback. Then tell me the next play. I'm going to run it, come back and get feedback. And that's worked well for me.
Feels like El Guapo, that military just came out.
Exactly.
He's that Tango Romeo Yankee.
Yeah. So, and then, you know, Phil has a deep voice because everybody's in the chat saying, you know, I gotta, like, say, for example, Urban Girl Gardening, Kiki Soto says, here listening, the advice is golden, you know, and she's the one that was just monetized recently. Right. Superman kicking ass is laughing, and Trash Can Waves is always talking about Coffee Talking Tech. How my light skinned brother doing? What's up, bro? Because just so you know, El Guapo, Coffee Talking Tech, I'm pretty sure he's a white guy.
He is?
You know what?
No, I'm joking.
But he was on JP's live stream talking about collard greens and stuff. And so Trash Can Wave was like, oh, nah, he just light skinned. So that's why he's saying that.
Okay.
He ain't white, he off white.
That's it.
So
you know what? We did not say hi to Big Time Drum, but he's in here as well.
Big Time Drum in the house.
Yes. And being coachable, this is what Coffee Talking Tech is agreeing with you. Being coachable is an asset that we should all be working on. It makes a difference.
And speaking of being coachable and mentors, it's time to give the people some of what they want. They want to hear a breakdown, an analysis of your fast track to success from your YouTube mentor himself. Whether he knows he is, if he didn't know he was now, he, as Big said, if you didn't know, now he knows, baby. So we're gonna bring TLA back into the studio to talk about beautiful lies and the fast track he's taken to success.
All right, let's bring him right on in.
All
hey
right.
there, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you guys for having me back on again. Really appreciate it.
All right, so we got both of you here now. So Corey, you say that we're bringing lead in here to talk about this YouTube fast track,
right? Because what advice did you give to El Guapo, and how do you see that he followed the advice? Because he says he's a huddle play person. He gets to play. What's the play coach? He gets to play. He runs the play, comes back for feedback. What have you seen in his channel growth since he's been part of what part of your what you want, your mentorship, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, I mean, everything that he's saying is exactly right. And you know, you really to be able to grow, he talks about having a mentor so much. And it's absolutely true. You know, life is full of so many potential mistakes. And to the extent that you can learn about these mistakes before you have to make them, you can avoid them. And it will absolutely put you on the fast track. And so when he came on to my channel the first time and I saw the reaction that everybody was giving to him, I invited him back on, like he said. So there's a part of him that's just naturally gifted. There are some people that I have on my channel in the chat. And even though they're brilliant, I don't think YouTube is really going to work for them because of, you know, how they are, certain aspects of their
Their
makeup.
dynamics, yeah.
That's exactly right. But he has that thing, you know, that natural gift. And then when you combine that with, like he was saying, about the ability to listen and ask great questions, you know, I had a live stream myself that I was kind of struggling with, and I ended up doing it, and it worked out. And then like the next day or the day later, he sent me an email. And he was like, hey, you know, I got a question about this or that. And it was an issue that I had just finished dealing with. And so I called him up on the phone and we spoke personally, and I told him about, you know, kind of what I was doing and how I got through the issue. And then I think, you know, he kind of used some of that information and did his thing, and he just experienced, you know, just wild success. You know, in my head, the last time I saw his channel, I guess it was like a week ago, I thought he was at 1,400 subscribers. And I looked this morning and he's at over 3,000.
Wow.
3,100 right now.
3,100. It's so crazy.
Wait a minute. So let's put this into perspective, though, because when did he start? Like, you started your channel how long ago?
I put my first video out April 5th of this year. So it's been 5 months, 5 days.
And typically people take a year, more than 1 year. We had a guest on here. It took her 3 years. She reached 1,000 on our show live while we were on here, because we were saying, hey guys, subscribe. And we got her right over that hump, you know? And
That's
so,
fantastic.
yeah. Hey, Aquamira is in here just saying congratulations on that 3,400. And Urban Girl Gardening Kiki Soto is saying that's amazing growth. Congrats. Miss B Finesse, 3,100. You said 3,400, right?
3,100.
31.
Yes.
Okay, look, I'm making up stuff. You know what?
You're claiming it for me. Thank you.
Look, that's what I'm doing, because Snuggles was just saying this is a great thing. Corey pays attention to the conversation, and the wife pays attention to the chat. So
That's how it works.
Right. And I do want to say this too, though, because, you know, we can kind of get up in this, we can get caught up in the subscribers numbers, and, you know, subscribers to an extent, they're important. But, you know, I was doing a consult with this woman, and I noticed she had a lot of views on some of her videos, but not others. And I said, well, you know, why are your views like this? Why are you analytics? And she said that, you know, she had purchased some of her views and subscribers off of Fiverr. So, you know, Fiverr apparently offers this service. So anybody who's listening, you know, don't do that. In fact, your channel can be taken down. YouTube will catch you if you do that. But the difference is not only looking at El Guapo's subscriber numbers, but how people talk about him in the community. You know, people are like Lapeef from the Lapeef Network is always saying how great he is. Bernard Riley always saying how great he is. Edward Anderson. These are YouTubers that started, you know, years ago that are saying, you know, I cannot believe I found him. You know, some of his video was used by Abba and Preach, and they have over 1.4 million subscribers. So it's not just the subscriber number. It's the fact that he is becoming so well known in the community. Right, which is a whole nother aspect to really growing and super, you know, fast tracking your channel.
So El Guapo, how did you get that seat at the table, as they like to say?
yeah, I'm going to just while you answer that, I'm going to pull up the lead attorney's channel. That way, if anybody is wondering, am I in the right place? Is Gail dropping the right link? Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, to be honest with you, a couple of things that I've done, I have not turned down any requests for collaborations. I believe that you hear that, like, it takes a village to raise a child, and my channel is in its infancy. So if somebody's willing to help out and have me on right now, I'm small. I try to engage very much with my chat. and stuff like that. And I really do my abject best to bring a fresh perspective to the content. A lot of times in the red pill community, in the manosphere, you can have an echo chamber, and it's easy to go with the popular opinion. But one of the things that Lead does is that he gets in there and he has such a fresh perspective from the legal aspect. I think, well, what would I consider myself an expert at now? So now, leadership. I've been doing leadership for 25 plus years. So, and I think we need strong leaders in our community, in YouTube, amongst Black people, amongst men, you know, and I don't hear it talked about. Vaughn, I forget his last name, had a great comment, which is a key principle that we are taught at the Air Force Academy. The first part of leadership is learning to be an assertive follower. If you can't follow, you have no hope learning how to lead. So that's spot on. You've got some things figured out, Vaughn, if you know stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to come and give a fresh perspective and try to be consistent, you know, and keep. I'm willing to fail in public. You hear Kevin Samuels talk about that. You know, I'm willing to get out there. I've had videos that I put my heart into and get no views. You know, that Brittany Renner video I did, I studied for like 12 days for that video, and it doesn't have nearly the types of views that I wanted to, but I'm willing to keep putting the reps in because I know every video I make, I'm one step closer to my ultimate goal.
Right.
Yeah, don't feel bad. My Brittany Renner video didn't do well either.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a little criticism over that video, so it happens sometimes. And let me just say one else thing too. You know, I try to say that, you know, everybody should start a YouTube channel, especially if you're over 40. And I had a YouTube consult with this gentleman who was over 40 just, I think it was 2 days ago. And I used your, you know, in the consult, in the private one-on-one consult, I used your channel as a model. And one of the things that we talked about is your willingness to invest in your channel. And this is something that, you know, if you're 21 or 22, I wouldn't be telling you this. I would say, you know, just use your iPhone and your, you know, your selfie stick and just do it. But I used you with, you know, men who are over 40. A lot of times we have a little bit of disposable income because we're so old. You can absolutely invest in your channel to make it better. And so this gentleman, you know, he was just sitting, you know, in front of a manila wall, and he was using his camera and like a little tripod thing on a desk, and he was talking, and the information that he was saying was so great, but just the way it looked was not, you know, it was not exciting at all. And I used your channel. I remember, you know, when you came on with me, you were like in front of a bar, and then, you know, and there were other videos that you were in other rooms, and then you made the studio that you have now. And I remember when you were kind of going back and forth with the microphone, you were always looking for ways to improve your videos. And I think this is an advantage that people over 35, over 40-year-olds have, over 40. This is an advantage that we have. We might have a little bit more money to invest. Some of you, you know, 45-year-olds, you're going to start a YouTube channel and you're going to want to try to do it for, you know, $75. And, you know, you have an advantage over the 21-year-olds who might need to do their YouTube channel for $75. So you can invest. And that's another thing that you have done, El Guapo. You are constantly trying to raise the bar, not only on the content side, but also, you know, on the production side, on the visual side. And it makes a huge difference.
Well, you talk about it. Once again, you're mentoring me without knowing it. How often have I heard you talk about marginal gains?
Yes.
Yeah,
you're exactly right.
Anything that will give me the slightest edge, I'm willing to do. And I study a lot. I do study a lot. And I don't want this conversation to be self-aggrandizing, but what I do want to do is, if you're a content creator out there, there are certain things that you can do that can give you the slight edge, which is a great book, by the way. If you've never read The Slight Edge, go check it out. One thing I will say is look at those content creators that have fast growth. And a lot of times, especially in this sector, and that's why I love Black YouTube, they'll share some of the information. Lead, you and I were talking about Poor Man's podcast earlier, and he drops some gems. I always have a notebook, folks. I always have a notebook.
You say that he dropped some gems. Black Tropical Homestead says, I almost threw in the towel yesterday when my chicken pooped on me, but I just showered and cleared my mind.
Oh,
There you go.
Say this. Let me tell you why we say this. They call eggs, their chicken's eggs. The wife calls them butt nuggets. And so you said I dropped some gems, and then here he is, like she is talking about poop. Look, we're not talking about that kind of dropping, guys. We're not talking about dropping like it's hot, Corey. We're talking about dropping in notebooks, putting in the work. You're showing us that notebook, and Coffee Talk and Tech was in there echoing what you said. He said, I'm willing to fail in order to succeed, which is one
That's
thing
right.
that you were saying. So go ahead and give it to us. Show us the notebook. Tell us
Yeah,
what we
notebook
need
is
to
here.
do.
I have a bunch of them. The rest of them are downstairs. I have a notebook of quotes. It's real small. Like I could put it in my pocket here. So if I'm listening to YouTube and I hear a great quote, I always try to cite my source. So I'll give them a shout out and everything. But one of the biggest things, and I just mentioned something that was huge, which is I've invested some money in my studio. The most money I've invested is right here in the microphone. And just think about this for a second. People will listen to YouTube and not watch it, but it's very seldom that people watch YouTube and don't listen to it. Therefore, your audio quality needs to be good. So if you're going to invest in anything, invest in good audio.
Yes.
You know, you're
I mean,
answering Snuggles' question. So you guys keep talking, because Snuggles is saying, what is considered putting in the work? Investing in those mics? Go ahead, TLA.
Yeah, I just want to say this. You know, when El Guapo is talking about investing in your audio, he's absolutely right. It really is. It might be one of the most important things, but that's kind of like a basic type of advice for people who are just starting out. But I'm going to tell you something that El Guapo has done consistently that is way on an advanced level, but it's also in terms of investing in himself and in his business. You know, it's and listen, YouTube, we're all none of us content creators are machines. We're all human, and we all have human sensibilities, and we all have human psychology. He says that the most that he's invested is in that microphone, but I'm not sure that's true, because what he also does, he invests in other content creators via super chats. You know, guys, listen, we're all humans. And if you're a content creator, you notice when someone gives you a $20 super chat or a $50 super chat, or even like $100 super chat. You know, get $100 super chat from El Guapo and then $100 super chat from La Bella. And who is La Bella? Oh, it's El Guapo's fiance, right? And people notice this. And what you really do when you not only, you know, do you invest in your business in terms of equipment, but you give back to the community as well. The community is like, okay, this guy is a real guy. You know, O'Shea Duke Jackson talked about how so many people in this community, they'll just come with their hands out and they won't be offering anything time after time after time. And what El Guapo has done, not only with me, but other content creators, and as well as Blind Guy, his wife, their life, you guys as well. I mean, both of y'all really are such supporters of not only me, but so many other people in the space. And people notice. People, and it sounds bad to say. It really sounds bad to say if someone notices, oh, well, you know, you gave me a 99-cent super chat, and then this other person gave me a $99 super chat. But this is, again, this is advanced game right here. This is not, oh, okay, buy a good camera, buy a good audio. You know, El Guapo, he's too smooth to say it, but he is actually employing some very advanced techniques in terms of reaching this community and building up goodwill, building up reputational capital. And when people see that you're not cheap, when people see that you're taking this seriously, they absolutely pay attention.
They invest in you as well. You know, Black Heights is saying supporting others is very important.
Yes.
And I know lead. You've been talking. I should say the lead attorney. I call you lead.
Oh, you everybody calls me lead. Maybe that really should have been my name, because lead attorney. People like TLA, lead. They'll use anything to shorten it.
And just for the record, you are an attorney. You passed the bar. You're a 20-year divorce attorney, and you're practicing.
Help me, please. I'm sorry, I said that out
loud. You know what? My screen might go black for a minute. Aquamira is echoing you guys. Of course, TLA Stewart, the old man on the block, he's talking to folks out here. L.A. Stewart, the old man on the block.
Okay.
I probably said TLA,
Yeah.
but oh no, he says he can't wait to play both TLA and El Guapo in chess. And he's also saying to the men in the chat, I'm ready. He started his channel thanks to both of you, TLA and El Guapo.
All right. All right.
Wow.
So
Wow.
TLA, you talking about building community. You're creating community right now through some of the things that you're actually offering people an opportunity to learn from you and from what you've experienced as a YouTube content creator. How does that work? How can people get involved with it? Because you mentioned consulting several times. You mentioned
Speaking of which, Corey, this has to go into our final giveaway. So whatever you're telling him, you got to give a hashtag. So while he's answering that, they can be putting in, because we're winding down, guys. We're just about done here, but we got to get in a hashtag. We'll think about it as he give his answer, or you want to give it now?
I don't have one, so I'm letting him give his answer.
We'll base it off of his answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell everybody what you got going on as far as the community you're creating to create a learning environment where people can grow as far as being content creators.
And you might want to address this morality and YouTube, because Snuggles asked about morality earlier. So I don't know if your answer will include morality, but hey, life is a stage. YouTube is an entertainment platform, if anybody doesn't know that. So hey, go ahead.
Yeah, morality is interesting. I'm getting dragged on these streets right now for some morality issues. So I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But in terms of what I'm doing to help content creators, yes. And this is not something that I came up with. This is something that was shown to me by O'Shea Duke Jackson, who helped me out so much. So he put it in my head that this is something that I can be doing. And I've taken it up and I love it. So I do have a YouTube channel. It's a separate and apart YouTube channel. It's called YouTube Elementary. There are only 3 or 4 videos on there. I've kind of been neglecting it, because I started a Patreon and I've got now 7. I think I started it a week ago. I've got 70 members over there. And on the Patreon, we are having masterminds. We are having Q&As. We have a Discord. So we are really putting our heads together, and I'm dropping a lot of knowledge, and people are absolutely loving it. So if you're interested in learning how to grow your channel, learning some of the tips and the tricks and the tactics and the strategies that you hear us talking about today, you can absolutely join the Discord. If you just, not the Discord, the Patreon, just go into Patreon and type in the lead attorney in the search bar and I will come up. And then if someone even wants even more one-on-one direct consultations with me, they can do that. They can just go to any of my past videos, except for the last one. I haven't redone it yet. And just go into the description box and they will see a link to book a consultation with me, either a half hour or an hour. And I will review your channel. I will review your videos, your thumbnails, and I will answer any questions that you might have about this YouTube thing. And it's super interesting. I love it. I absolutely love doing it. So yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about that. Now, of course, I do have the private mastermind that I have with you guys, but the private mastermind is closed, but the Patreon is open. And so
you do Q&As over there as well.
Yes, I do Q&As and masterminds. The last mastermind. Go ahead.
What do you think about this comment on the screen?
Snuggles is so
I need to put more content out. Y'all don't pay Snuggles no mind.
Yeah, I will say this though. I will say this about Snuggles. I mean, and you could say a lot about Snuggles, let's be honest. But Snuggles is also a person who really supports, generously supports content creators.
Absolutely.
She's kind of trolling on all of them. Absolutely. Just like Friendsgiving. Yes, just like Friendsgiving. And even in a way like Gail's support is not monetary, but I don't know one person, maybe besides O'Shea, who has supported me like she has. I mean, she has really saved me.
She's even helping L.A. Stewart, telling him, like, you might want to take those parentheses or the period off the end of your channel title, like helping folks, not just with moderating, giving people advice. Like you're saying, there's some people that just give value. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Glender, but Glender is the truth. And when you were talking about people that give versus the others, she said those people are opportunists. They don't want you to give, but they give nothing. I mean, they want you to give, but they give nothing in return. So I do have a question for El Guapo, because like TLA is saying, you've been leveling up. So and you've been showing us some of these things. This comes directly from Vaughn Bryant. What would be a starter setup for a beginner? He's asking for a friend, by the way.
Yeah,
I can tell you what I
yeah.
started with.
Mhm.
I put, I think, $300 into my channel. I use a phone that has a pretty decent camera. I bought a selfie stick. I wish I had it here. I can pull it out. That
We bought a
has a
gimbal.
tripod on the bottom. And then I bought the wireless lavalier microphone, the one that you can just clip to your collar.
Yes.
And I could put the receiver on my belt. It plugged right into my phone to improve my audio. And that's what I did. That's what I did to start up. The microphone setup was $200. The rest of the stuff was, less than $100. So that's what I started with, and get some traction. I know Lee talks
how
about.
often did you put out content? Because that's what Black Tropical Homestead is asking too. They put out content every day. Is that what you did, or?
I didn't have a chance to do it every day. No, I tried to put out 2-3 videos a week. Back then. Now I'm going to start doing more, especially now that I'm monetized and I can live stream and stuff like that. And I'm not willing to give the momentum that I have back. But here's the thing, YouTube wants to make sure that you're serious in the beginning. So they want to ensure that you are actually going to put out content regularly. You can pick your schedule. It could be a 1 video a week, but you've got to be consistent. I've heard Lee tell the story about his first year and what not being consistent did. So, and here's the cool thing about a mentor, guys, is that once you develop the ability to learn from other people's mistakes, then you really can you really can go places. So he kept giving those of us that are in the mastermind that story. He talks about it on his channel. He's like, listen, don't do what I did. I think I'm quoting you. Don't do what I did. Don't put out, what did you, 11 videos the first year?
11 videos in a year. It was so terrible.
Yeah. So, and I listened. So I understand that principle. And I also understand the principles. He said, Lead said something really good. And I don't mean to get off topic, but this is worth covering because this is a success principle that not a lot of people know about. The principle of sowing and reaping. Okay. And the reason I'm willing to give to other content creators is because I know how hard it is to create content. And I know what it's like to get on a live stream and nobody's on there.
Yeah.
And I know what it's like to put your heart and soul into something. So if I'm getting some value, I don't mind paying for it, and everything like that. And yeah, if I can help them financially, one of the things that the lead attorney does is that he knows that if the best way for him to get what he wants is to help as many people as he can get what they want. And that's why his channel's exploding. So I'm just following in kind. Things understood don't need to be explained. So that's one of the benefits of being 40 plus and stuff like that. You have a little bit of wisdom.
I gotta say this before you go. Say this quickly.
Yeah.
Sometimes when El Guapo talks, I just imagine him sitting in the Shaolin temple just saying quotes because it seems like it's something understood. It's something that's understood, Daniel son. It does not have to be said.
Yes. I wish I had his voice. I don't have his voice, and everybody's calling me gay all the time. But like his voice is just so deep and masculine. It's such a great voice. Awesome. And he invested in the microphone. You guys see that really push out his strengths, right? I mean,
so wait a minute. When you say the microphone, we need you to say which mic it is because that's what people want to know, like the details. Miss B Finesse.
This microphone or the lavalier mic that I had?
Either one.
I wouldn't start with this, guys. I wouldn't start with this microphone. This setup was. I was choosing between that and the Shure mic everybody else uses. This one pushes the bass of my voice a little bit better. But, oh, God, you're going to make me a liar. Can you give me a second? Let me look on my Amazon. I can tell you which one I had.
Yeah, and while you're looking at this, let me say this, too, because he says don't start with that microphone, and I agree if you are 22 or 23 or if you're in some financial straits. But listen, guys. One of the most important things is deciding whether you want to do YouTube as a business or whether you want to do YouTube as a hobby. So many of the mistakes that I made came from me trying to do YouTube as a hobby and not a business. If you want to do YouTube as a hobby, then go ahead and start on your phone and get the selfie stick. Start with a $20 lav mic. There's no problem. But if you want to
Right.
start, if you know that you want your YouTube to be a business and you're over 40, you have, or even if you're 35, 32, but you're doing your thing, go ahead and spend, $450 on the Shure SM7B microphone that everybody and their mother is using. Go ahead and buy the $600 Rodecaster Pro. Go ahead and get some lighting. Go ahead and get a real computer. Go ahead, get off of iMovie, get on Final Cut Pro, get on
Yeah.
Adobe. Go ahead and spend $3,000, $4,000 on your business. And if you're 40 years old and you lose $4,000 because it just doesn't work out, it's going to be okay. But you are going to have the tools that you need to really, get in the fast lane, as opposed to, spending $20 here and $40 there. And the quality is just so bad. So that's one of the advantages. We need to really look at the advantages that you have. Jessica X has an advantage with her voice. El
She
Guapo
does.
has an advantage with not only his voice, but with his business mindset. Push these advantages. You guys, if you're 40, you have an advantage over these 23-year-olds.
I want to add something here, but it's not me. Everybody is agreeing. Like Black Heights, I told you guys he's a millionaire. Follow his channel if you want to know how. He says production quality is important. Although my channel is small, it has increased our coaching business to 8 calls a week, which means that people like Ntabi, she's a business owner, multiple businesses in South Africa. And she says, I love that approach. I treat mine like a business. If anybody is saying, I don't have $3,000 right now, let's say if your trash can waves and you say you'll be 45 in 14 years, he's flexing on us, Corey. He put that in the chat earlier. So let's say, or Miss B Finesse, she says she had a Rode mic. It wasn't working the way that she wanted. Well, Coffee Talk and Tech is letting you know, not only does his name say it, but he's saying, matter of fact, that was one of my first streams. I went over there. He and his co-host, Jay Smith, or J.A. Smith, the A is silent, Jay Smith, they were saying, they were telling you like budget mics you can get. If you're starting and you don't have a budget for this just yet, go for it. Here are a few different options that you can implement. And so, yeah, that's just the way to do it. And Beautiful Lies, I see that you dropped, I had a Rode. I'm sorry, I see that you dropped your information that your current mic is the Rode Procaster. So everybody, we have what we need. And like Lead is saying, you go to the top if you want to go fast and you say, I'm ready. I'm just ready to go. Go for exactly what you need. Don't worry about working your way up to it, because, that's what a lot of people will say. Work your way up to it if you have the time,
So we're gonna go ahead and get the hashtag in. So we're gonna hashtag Beautiful Lives. We're gonna hashtag what are we hashtagging?
Oh, okay. So guys, this second giveaway, this is the final giveaway. And we did not answer this question. So while you guys are putting that in there, we'll have you answer Vaughn Bryant's question. He's saying, what kind of mic is TLA using? I got a feeling it's the one he mentioned.
No, I'm not using a Shure SM7B. That's kind of the standard on YouTube.
Okay.
Hey, I bought one. I absolutely bought one, but I did not like the way it looked. I don't like having my microphone in the shot. Because of that, my sound is less quality than if it was right here, but I'm okay with that. My microphone, I don't know if you can see it. My microphone right here, it's the Sennheiser microphone.
Your sound is great.
Great mics.
Yeah. If I put it right here, your mic, guys, your audio, your microphone needs to be almost as close to your mouth as possible. Let's say like a fist away. Is that's how you get it. You get that really rich, that full sound. My microphone is above me, and so the sound isn't that great. But it's a quality microphone. Sennheiser is one of the top brands for consumer microphones, and it's $1,000 microphone. It's about that long.
Right.
And so but yes, I would maybe a $1,000 microphone is too much, guys. But I would say that if you can go ahead and get the Shure, you might need a cloud lifter. Cloud lifter is also that's going to cost you another $100. But yeah, I would, if you're 21, 22, don't listen to any of this. You get it out the mud. You do whatever you need to. But if you're 35, 37, and you got a couple thousand, go ahead and invest in yourself. Like, don't try to cheap yourself out. You know, you are going to go so much faster, further if you invest. If it, it kind of hurts you a little bit, go ahead and do it.
Got it. Coffee Talking Tech is in there.
Just for the record, he was talking about the microphone.
Right. And so let me answer a couple of questions here. Coffee Talking Tech. I'm saying me. I always take the credit when the men come through with an answer. Coffee Talking Twerk says he is using an A416 shotgun mic. So that way, for the people in the chat, if they need to see it, you know what I mean? That way you can see it written down. Also, one of the people that help us with our tech, we've gotten things off of his kit. David Hunt says the Cloud Lifter is about $150. Now, David Hunt uses something called Kit. So this way, like, you can go and see what he's using. You can choose gear. That's where we got one of our Shure microphones from. And it's one that picks up both of us. And look, Jomo was like, look, what's the name of that cheap mic again? I'm only 22. Jomo Cousins is asking.
Yes. Well, listen, when I started doing videos, I used a lavalier mic that I got off Amazon for $20. And that thing worked really well. To be honest, it did. It was a pain because it was wired and I had to kind of hide. If you go back on my very early videos, you'll see it right there. I didn't like it. I felt too constrained, but that thing worked. It did. And I had a Zoom, what is it? The Zoom H1 something to plug into the, I plugged my mic, the wire, into the Zoom. I think it's called a Zoom H1 or something like that.
Right.
And that recorded it. So I had a separate recorder. I didn't plug it into my phone. I plugged it into an actual recorder that I could set the gain on. And that might have cost $100. So, but yeah, if you want a cheap way to go, I would do like what Guapo said, do the lavalier mic and then plug it into your phone. If you're 21, man, you can find something on the street and plug it in, right? I remember what it was to be 21. So yeah, shout out to you.
All right, so the folks are putting in their hashtag beautiful eyes. They already took it, Corey. That's the name of El Guapo's channel. He's the one growing here today. Philip Waldo Jr. has it in, and he was also giving Vaughn some tech help, saying, Vaughn, that cancels out the possibility of an echo when you speak. But another question that Vaughn asked was about the headset. Are you guys using earbuds in order to hear? And
I am not. I actually have a secondary monitor right here. And the volume's just coming through that monitor. I have studio headphones, but it messes up my hair.
Yes. You can't be El Guapo with his messed up hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Normally when I join these panels, I'm the only brother with hair. You know, me and Corey out here representing lead and pocket watching with JT and Anton and JR to get together.
It's terrible.
It's like the bald super friends.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
All right. So the other thing is that Corey and I, we do use headphones that's plugged into our pod track, and our pod track is what gives us we have the pod track P4 that gives us the sound effect. We don't have the air horn like TLA has. So what is the giveaway for today? Oh, Corey, just so you know, Justine Ruth put it in.
Justine on the west side.
Yes. So she's in there. She got her hashtag in for beautiful eyes. Let's see if she wins the giveaway. Dario Duplin might win it. But Patrice, she's in there saying, I like the fact that TLA's mic is not visible. I like that too. I try to keep mine out of the shot. She likes watching his hand waving in the screen. He's always talking and using his hand.
I got drugged for that too, apparently.
Oh my goodness. Well, Coffee Talking Tech uses K-Bear earphones. They're only $35. Ours were like $17 off of Amazon. Look at Trash Can Waste. El Guapo got split plug kingpin hair. He could have played the plug on Paid in Full. That's what Trash Can Wave said. All right, East Baltimore in the house is what JT Coin rings. JT Coins, if you want to win, El Guapo is about to do a giveaway. If you are local, he's going to give away some swag from either him or LaBea. And if you are international, what else happens?
He's going to give them an opportunity when LaBea comes back home. They get to choose which restaurant he takes her to for their first dinner together when she returns home. But we have a tertiary prize as well.
Ooh.
If you are going through child support litigation, the lead attorney is going to give you a free representation for 2 years.
2 years. 2 years. I love it.
But when you try to cash in on it, good luck.
Right.
No, but yeah, El Guapo is giving away some merch or the right to choose the date night for him and Labia.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know what? We do have one more thing to address too, because Ellie JJ says related to support, I click give you the view time. You're welcome. We appreciate that because watch time is everything. Guys, AdSense, it adds up. So for those people that are monetized, someone was asking earlier, like, do you do super chat? Do you do PayPal? Do you do Patreon? Whatever the person have, do it. I will say super chats take 70% to the person and 30% to YouTube. Is that right, you guys who are monetized, TLA and El Guapo?
Yes.
Yes. I haven't gotten any money from it yet, but yeah, I know it takes 30%.
Mm-hmm.
And I know one, if you're not at a point of being monetized through YouTube, there's always platforms like Buy Me a Coffee. That's our platform.
That's what we use. And we've gotten things like whatever we use, people use it. So that's one way we've been able to buy our mics and so many mics, because a lot of times what you're getting, you pour right back into the production. Like in Tabi, she's getting a new mic. It's time.
Awesome. That is fantastic. I love this. I love
And you
this,
saw the
guys.
steel curtain in there, right? Saying like you guys are leveling this up. I had a comment on the screen earlier from the steel curtain saying wonderful things. Steel curtain, I hope you put into the chat hashtag beautiful eyes. You know, that's El Guapo's channel. And so with him, he's giving away some good stuff today. Go ahead,
All
Corey.
right.
Or
So-
who's doing it? How are we doing this
Okay, so
giveaway?
this time we're gonna get El Guapo to announce to kick us off. You got the share screen share and everything.
Oh, no, you know what? Let me put that up there because Patrice is saying something good about, I also heard that if you watch the full commercials, it helps your algorithms as well. Didn't know that.
So El Guapo,
Yes.
when I count you down 3, 2, 1, you're gonna say off we go into the deep blue yonder, up and away.
Wait.
Oh my goodness. He's pulled out the Air Force song. Man, Corey did his research. That's
Corey
the
is
Air
the
Force
man.
song.
You guys are so on it.
All
That's
right,
I'm impressed.
So guys, if you did not put beautiful eyes into
Hashtag beautiful eyes.
hashtag beautiful eyes into the chat, put it in now, no spaces, because the giveaway tool shows us that for some reason it says we only have 10 entries. So get it in there and we'll see, who wins this giveaway. Elizabeth is in there, Corey.
Where in the world is Elizabeth?
She's all over the world. She's in Ghana. She's in Dubai. Coach Remy
She's in
moved back to
Rikers.
Rwanda. She is not in Rikers. You always say that.
Coach Remy is back in Rwanda.
Yes, he's got it in there. You guys have been so inspirational today because Urban Girl Gardening Kiki Soto says, thank you guys for the great info.
Kiki, are you with me?
Hey,
are you riding? Copyright strikes.
She says, I was upset that I didn't reach my 2,000 sub goal by September 4th, but now I know what to do to level up. So like you all were saying, level up the gear, go right to your mentors, do what they're doing.
Be part of the community.
Stick with that community, Anything else you want to add before we see who's going to win this? Because everybody's still putting their beautiful eyes in.
I think content is king. So you can get all the gear to go to the gym, the gloves, the cool workout outfits, the Nike Air Max. You can get the high level gym membership where you can go to the sauna and everything. But until you go in there and actually work out, you're not going to see any change in what you're trying to accomplish. So putting in the reps, and somebody asked this before, what doing the work is creating content. You have to actually create content.
Okay.
Any closing arguments from the lead attorney?
Wait, do we do the closing arguments before the giveaway?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Liz Biddy just said to tell you that she's in bed, because you always ask where is she? She's in bed.
She's in that cotton Rikers. Nah, just so
lead attorney.
Any closing arguments from the lead attorney?
Yeah, I just want to say that, to echo what Vaughn was saying, I love that we do this and we support each other and we talk about this. This is such important information. I will say that I have a Patreon, guys, and this is what we talk about all the time on my Patreon. So if you want more information about what you need to do to level up and to get your channel to grow and to get your channel started off on the right foot, go ahead and check out my Patreon and see if it's something that you are interested in. And again, I'm just super, super impressed with El Guapo's growth. I absolutely believe in him. I saw, from very early on, the way the audience reacted to him when he was on my show, just as a panelist, that I asked him to come back and do a one-on-one collab with me because he absolutely has the raw talent. But he's in addition to that, he's putting the intellect behind it as well, and his growth is just amazing. So I'm super excited to see it. And again, of course, I just want to thank you guys, Blind Guy, his wife, their life, for having me on.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Can I say something very quickly? I'm so sorry.
Sure.
Listen, another success principle for you all. The most important thing that you can invest in is yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm not shamelessly plugging Lead Attorney's Patreon, but if you really want to grow and you have somebody that's willing to help you, it would be foolish for you not to invest in yourself and get that help. So I'm going to tell you right now, without his help, my channel wouldn't be a quarter of what it is. Having to figure this out on your own sucks. So if you really want to grow, get over there, be part of the discussion. It gives you some exclusive access to him and stuff like that. And the other people that are going through the minefield with you, they can identify where some of those landmines are for you. Hey, I tried this and this didn't work. So absolutely invest in yourself and get the help. Lead Attorney is the only Black YouTuber in the manosphere that I know that's doing this.
Yeah.
And he's not just helping the men, he's helping everybody.
Everybody.
He's the only person I know that's doing this. You're not going to get it anywhere else.
So wait a minute.
Yeah.
So Miss Yetta B, you're in here. So even though you're going to replay, put in hashtag beautiful lies, because the guy talking right now, El Guapo, he's going to give you something good. You've won before. So, hey, go for it again. Put in hashtag beautiful lies.
So yeah, definitely. You got to invest in yourself. You got to invest in your equipment. You got to create content. Get yourself a mentor. These are all the jewels that were dropped today from El Guapo and the Lead Attorney
in order to fast track your YouTube monetization and beyond.
And if you found this information valuable, don't forget you can always support by like, share. If you're new, subscribe, and you can also buy us a coffee. Click the green coffee cup. Click. All right. So here we go with the giveaway. I'm going to 3, 2, 1 it, and then El Guapo's going to say, off we go into the deep blue yonder, up and away. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, flying high into the sun.
All right.
All right. Let's see who it is. LJJ, Blacks, Philip, Dario, LJJ, Blacks Criminal, LJJ, Patrice, Swags, Hermes, Black Tropical, LJJ, Trash Can Waves, LJJ, Black Tropical Homestead. Hey, Patrice.
Okay, Patrice. Pistol Packer Patrice. She's a beast from the west to the east. All right.
Oh my!
Congratulations,
goodness.
Patrice.
Team.
All right. So Patrice, you are gonna get a T-shirt that says, "Hello, I am La Bella. You are the beautiful."
Yes. And look, Elizabeth tried to tell us no cheating tonight, but we didn't cheat. I don't know what happened. All I know is that Elizabeth got it. Elizabeth, look, she got in there and she went. And see, I'm sorry, Miss Yetta B. We were like, go for it, girl. You got this. And now look, you could come back again, and don't worry. This whole episode, they have given you so much. Everybody here has really poured into this through the comments, through the panel. And look, dang, Elizabeth, I thought you won at least one time. She never won, Corey?
You're challenging my memory, and I think I'm gonna lose.
Well, you know what? LA Stewart, the old man on the block, got in at the last minute. He still didn't win. So keep trying, Elizabeth. Maybe sit up in bed next time. Don't lay down. I don't know.
Well, guys, here's the final question. We have you on the stand.
This is for both of you.
This is for both of you.
We ask everybody this before they go.
Lead Attorney, this morning when you got up, what time was it? And how many fruits and vegetables have you eaten? And
the main part is, how many fruits and vegetables have you eaten? We ask everybody that. Look at Patrice. I mean, Phil, I won. Anyways.
I'll be honest, I took the day off. I have not eaten yet. I woke up late. I stayed up late. And so I have not eaten yet. So my stomach is actually growling. But I plan on eating 2 fruits, apple and an orange, in addition to what I eat for lunch.
El
So,
Guapo, same
Yes.
question. How many
And
fruits and vegetables have you eaten today?
just so you know, Corey, David
Yeah.
Hunt says it's rigged. He didn't win, but everybody else is congratulating. And Liz Bitty says we're cheating. All right, you can answer.
Okay, great. I got up at 4 a.m.
Jesus.
And I do a kale smoothie every morning. So I had a bunch of kale, some pineapple, oatmeal, peanut butter, stuff like that. So a bunch of raw kale. Sucked it
All right.
down. So quite a bit.
There you go. Well, guys, gentlemen, we thank you for being part of this live.
Wait,
show.
let me just like, can I just one I really
Sure,
do.
go ahead.
We were talking about content creators supporting one another, but I do again just want to shout out Friendsgiving. She
Yes.
is not a content creator, but she supports so many of us in this space. She's joined my Patreon at an elevated level, and she doesn't even have a YouTube channel. She's just doing
Wow.
it off of the love, you know. And I can't even tell you guys how many times she's supported me behind the scenes. She doesn't really do the snap, no, what do you call it? Snapchats, the super
Super
chats.
chats.
She
Yeah.
does the cash apps. So she doesn't get nearly the credit or the visibility that she deserves. But, you know, she's doing that because it helps content creators even more, because now YouTube isn't in your pockets for that extra 30%.
Right.
And she
she's-
just sent me a cash app too. So thank you so much, Friendsgiving. I
Wow.
appreciate it.
That's
She's the
so
best.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We
I
need
definitely
Friendsgiving to talk about wealth. Like, wait, what? How do you do this thing?
listen.
And we might need you for representation, because Elizabeth says, "Hang up, I'm calling Popo about not winning." Corey.
My attorney is the lead. My attorney is the lead attorney.
The lead attorney, right? So I didn't want to interrupt this, but I did want to just acknowledge Friendsgiving. She is just so awesome.
Yeah, you know what? This is great, because this is the way it works. David Hunt says he had a watermelon, Corey, a whole watermelon. We don't believe you. Black's Tropical says, I have to join your Patreon, TLA. I appreciate all the knowledge. Huge blessings. TLA and El Guapo, thanks for sharing with us today. That's from Philip Waldo Jr.
My pleasure.
And
My pleasure.
Gail, no, the Waffle House is neither considered a fruit or a veggie.
What about blueberry waffles? Does that count?
Real fast for Patrice, since she won. Patrice,
Yeah.
please reach out to me via my email, elwapo at what is it? Elwapo at thebeautifullies.com. Elwapo at thebeautifullies.com. Reach out to me. I'll find out where to ship your t-shirt, get your size and everything, and I'll get it made and shipped out to you this weekend.
Got it. So when she sends that in the description subject, yes, she should say "Blind Guy His Wife T-shirt winner" or
Yep.
giveaway or something like that.
Blind Guy His Wife
That'll work.
T-shirt winner.
Got it. Okay, so
And Patrice, we might have to get on the phone, because I know people going to be trying to get free t-shirts, but yeah, I'm gonna make sure it's you.
Right. So lead, thank you, Urban Girl Gardening, for flexing on the guys here. She says, I grocery shop in my backyard, grow your own. But the steel curtain is, he's got you. He's got your lead. Lead is on that intermittent fasting.
He's trying to take more thirst trap pictures for YouTube.
That's exactly right. What is it? Are we in September? I still got a few weeks left.
Right. Well, you know, LA Stewart, the old man on the block, is vegan. And so there's a good way to do it. Somebody said you were up late partying. I'm not going to say it was before the billion, so that you don't pull your support from him. But somebody said.
Yeah, I was up late.
So this is cool. Look at him talking about TLA. You don't eat food, man.
I eat. You guys can't tell, but I'm a bigger dude. I'm 225, 6'3". So I go in, but I will, you know, shout out to who was it before the billions? I have tried intermittent fasting and it worked beautifully. Honestly, it worked too well because I started losing a little bit too much weight too fast. But my body just felt amazing. It felt amazing. And I would go, sometimes I would do the OMAD, that's where you eat one meal a day. And even that worked well as well. And sometimes I'll do these 48 to 72 hour fasts.
Yeah,
and my body loves it. My body absolutely loves it. Having said that, when I start eating, if I, you know, I can eat too. So it's kind of feast or famine with my body. And I never feel good when I feast, to be honest. I always feel like I overate my body really does gravitate towards the dieting.
Well, yeah. Well, Black Tropical Homestead, it's usually the wife chatting. She was up at 6 a.m. And her husband, when you look at her channel, he's a big guy. He works out a lot. She says she only had a few bites of pineapple that they grew so far. And her husband, this is what they call the eggs. Her husband had 6 butt nuggets and grits. So
Awesome.
So this
I
has
just
been
imagine
great.
that chicken on that toilet with the newspaper.
You know what? Friendsgiving is showing gratitude, saying y'all are awesome, just laying my dues, just just paying my dues. Yeah, I read through.
Thank
I
you,
didn't read
Friendsgiving. Thank you.
Yeah, she's
So-
awesome. Absolutely.
Ike in the chat. What's up, Ike?
Hey,
Hey,
Big
Ike.
Ike. We had Ike on here. Ike is everybody's amazing. We just love everyone. And
Yeah,
so
shout out to
Sharon
Ike.
Marie Watson is in here. Corey,
Oh,
one of
shout out to
our-
Sharon Marie. Yes.
Yeah, she's one of our sponsors for this week, And
Awesome. She's awesome.
yeah. And look at them. They're in here chatting it up. Justine is telling Liz Bitty, because Liz Bitty is a business. She has a business. I love your shoes and accessories. I have shoes from her. I also have a flask for my hard liquor. So that's cool.
Yeah, you just put all that out in the street.
I meant, for when I go to parties.
For your Kool-Aid,
Yeah. Yeah, all that stuff. So Big Ike, we love you. Hey there. He's like, hey.
Big Ike, owe me.
Shout out to Ike.
Yeah. If you all have not been to Ike's channel, head over there. All
Absolutely.
all the intellectual comments where content where you can, figure out where you're going, what you're doing, how to do it, all that good stuff. So, okay. We're going to send you guys
to the green room. If you can't hang out for a while, we'll talk to you immediately after this broadcast is over as we get ready to set up our audience for the plant-based treat of the day.
But wait, Vaughn had one last question. TLA, when's your next live, he says? Because I know you're usually Tuesday, Thursday, but you tell us.
Yeah, my next live, I have a collab with Abba and Preach. That'll be on their channel tomorrow at I think 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to go see me, it'll be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern over on Abba and Preach. Shout out to them for having me out. And then my next live, actually, guys, thank you for asking, Vaughn. This is a great question. My next live will be on Monday, and it will be about YouTube. And I'm having Preach on, and Preach and Abba and Preach, they have 1.4 million subscribers. So we are going to talk about their journey. I'm talking to some OGs, guys. If you guys want game about YouTube and what it takes to get to that level, and some of the things that they've seen, that things that are not going to be out on our radar for a long time, please join in, because this is a rare opportunity to talk to someone who has over 1 million subscribers about YouTube.
Is this the right time? Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Dario is chiming in.
Yeah, let me just check. Tomorrow, yes, it'll be 1 o'clock Eastern on their channel, on Abba and Preach's channel. So that's going to be tomorrow. And then on Monday, it's going to be on my channel at probably, I think at 2:30, somewhere around 2:30, but I'll announce it.
And I know you said that you only have a few episodes on your YouTube Elementary channel, but someone earlier in the chat said it's been helping so much. So whatever you have, so whatever you have on there, it's useful. The good thing is that it's fire content. People can use it. So 1 video, 5 videos, 50 videos, it's helping people. So look, people are thanking you for it.
I appreciate that. And listen, guys, not to do this plug-in thing, but the reason that I don't have much time, the reason that I don't have so much time to do the YouTube Elementary is because I'm making YouTube Elementary content, but putting so much more of it on the Patreon. So if you guys want to join the Patreon, please do. This is all we talk about over there, and people are getting great results.
Well, you're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Trash can.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. I need to start.
Gail how it's doing. She says it's at 9:40. She shared the link earlier. She'll share it again. So if you haven't subscribed to YouTube Elementary, subscribe or share it with someone else. And
listen, guys, this is what I'm going to do then, since I'm so close to 1,000. The very first Q&A session that I did with on Patreon, I'm going to release that today on the YouTube Elementary. So if you want to see what we're doing over there on the Patreon, go subscribe to the YouTube Elementary, and I'm going to release one of the Q&A sessions that I did over there with timestamps and everything.
All right.
Got it. And Justine wants to know El Guapo's channel. I know Gail dropped it earlier.
Beautiful Lies.
Yes. So
Beautiful Lies
is it. And we'll put it back in the chat one more time. Thank you, guys. This has been so great. We're going to head out to our plant-based treat. That's our final segment, which means you guys get to go back to the green room so that way you can have the coffee and the plant-based treats that we left for you there, aka air.
And
The air biscuits.
And then and like I said, we'll talk to you as soon as this broadcast is over. So thank you again, guys.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
And now it's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Mighty Meatballs.
We used an assortment of fresh and frozen vegetables. Just pause the video to see them all.
Cook the vegetables in a cup of water until soft.
Some thyme. Gonna make it a whole teaspoon. Some fennel. This will give it that sausage flavor. Thyme has antibiotic properties that fight off respiratory infections like bronchitis or the common cold. Fennel has selenium for improved liver function and reducing inflammation. A vegetable bouillon. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and broccoli have vitamin C, E, and beta carotene that are powerful antioxidants that are great for vision.
A teaspoon of seasoning salt. A tablespoon of smoked paprika.
Parsley is full of flavonoids that lower the risk of cancer, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's disease, and atherosclerosis. So we're just gonna get everything blended. Paprika has antioxidant properties that reduce the risk of cancer and heart disease, can improve immunity, and alleviate gas. Get it pureed really smooth. Vital wheat gluten is high in protein, full of selenium and iron, and it's soy-free. Take half of this out. Vital wheat gluten.
Add 2 cups of vital wheat gluten. You'll add more later.
Garlic and onions lower blood pressure, regulate diabetes, and reduce hardening of the arteries. Another cup and a half. Spinach has beta carotene, lutein, and chlorophyll for healthy immune systems and good vision. Small meatballs.
Create meatballs out of the entire mixture. Layer the meatballs loosely in the steamer so that they don't touch. Add 3 cups of water to the pot so it doesn't touch the meatballs.
Stack the meatballs, steam for 2 hours. The coffee filters keep the meatballs from sticking to each other. All done.
As a recent meat eater, these meatballs had the texture and flavor that I'm used to when eating a meatball.
Guys.
All right, guys.
Hold
Thank you
on.
for joining us today.
Look, Corey, Share with Love TV is saying it looks good. Thank you so much. You cook a lot on your channel, so I knew you would appreciate it. Snuggles just had the eyes popping like, okay, let's see what's going on here. While Red Pill Awareness did say, wow, it looks good. So, okay. I mean, I think we got some people out there that might think about trying it.
And I'm a converted carnivore, and I've tried it. Meatballs for real. It's all about the sauce. It's the sauce that you put on that gives it the flavor.
These have a meaty
But these had a
texture?
meaty texture. They tasted just like meatballs. You put them on subs before. We eat them with spaghetti before.
Because
And,
air biscuits don't sound filling according to Trash Can Waves.
and if you go to the grocery store, I bet you $1 to a donut. If you look on the bag of meatballs that you buy, it ain't a lick of meat in it.
Yes, it is. It's a little bit. They do.
I bet
Because I
it's
used to buy
not.
meatballs all the time. And they have a lot of ingredients, which lets you know that, yeah. Sophia says, y'all are awesome. I'm blessed to be with y'all. Thank you. Likewise,
Thank
you
you.
always bring value as well. So we appreciate your input. And Friendsgiving says, I need to try this.
All right,
Look,
Friendsgiving.
it's amazing. It's the vital wheat gluten that gives it that texture. And you can put less or more for if you put less, you'll get a softer texture. You put more, you'll get a firmer texture. And I've been trying some new things with it, and I've got a couple of new recipes to put out. So that way I've been honing it, so that way it makes everybody smile. Meat eaters love it. We've given it to people that eat meat, and they're like, oh yeah, here's a meatball. My Vivid Life says yum, Corey.
All right.
So Unique View, thank you so much, saying excellent show. Justine is also saying excellent show. Now, here's the thing. Ike was licking his lips earlier. He had like that big Ike says nice. And earlier he just had the the icon where the emoji where you're licking your lips. Black's Tropical Homestead is given that same link, that same, what do you call it, emoji. But earlier Black's Tropical was saying that they really have been learning a lot. They've been watching YouTube Elementary over and over. So I think they were the ones that made that comment earlier today. Yeah, because they said something about it later. I watch YouTube Elementary over and over.
Cool.
That's how you learn. Watch it again, implement it, try it again, go for it. Red pill awareness is in there. Everybody is loving this recipe, but look at Justine. Quita, when my mail meatball, like I was supposed to mail her, like
Okay, that was sounding crazy. We got my male meatballs.
I
Like,
know.
what? Oh, it ain't that kind of show.
Yeah, you gotta ask your husband about that. Look, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Wow. Well, guys, if you found this content valuable, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, as Miriam Adepoju would say. And
Yes.
also, you can buy us a coffee or 2 or 3 or 500. With
I'm
that,
gonna put these up for sale. Red pill awareness talking about. Can I just pay you to make it? Look, that's what I'm working on, so we can get the recipe into a factory, and you and Von Bryant can be like, awesome. I can just buy it off the shelf. This is Laquita Marie's recipe. This is how we do it. So, and you know what? Thank you, Sophia. Y'all professionals don't use measurements. David Hunt is always laughing at me saying, I'm waiting for the measurements. And I just throw stuff in there, but I say it's a teaspoon or a tablespoon, and I'm just throwing stuff in.
So don't forget this. Thank you for joining us on this episode of The Blind Guy,
His wife,
Their Life Live. Join us next week as we kick off the week talking about medicinal marijuana with I was going to say the wrong person, with JP, the aspiring matriarch. We also going to have Over the Top WME talking about exiting the workforce and entering the riches of being a sexy housewife. And then we're going to have some surprises for you on Friday. So tune in next week every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, hump day to Friday, to the weekend countdown at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So to say goodbye, we're gonna
how do we say it? Because we had a good show today. You got to go out in a unique way.
We're gonna salute to El Guapo's military.
Wait a minute, why is Ike saying puff puff?
Because I said medicinal marijuana.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking pass. Like, I was finishing his sentence.
Yeah,
but...
he cut it off, trying to be nice about it. But you just had to go ahead and throw it back in the trash can.
Okay. All right. So, I always mess up. I'm inappropriate. I don't know. I was at church. That's my excuse. I was at church. I don't know.
No, you're native. Like
I'm native. That's my new one.
So we're gonna give a military tribute for all his years of military service to El Guapo. And Laquita, you can tell me what his face looks like when you're looking at him backstage. Here we go.
Wait a minute. You about to say something that's gonna make
anchors away? I'm just joking. Off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Are we allowed to sing that?
Well, we just did. So let's just say deuces.
Deuces. Is that where we say thank you, goodbye?
Thank you.
No, we don't say thank you. We just say deuces.
Okay. Oh, look, it's gonna be turn to Friday Night Fights right now.
Oh, let me hit the button.